Nenshi has a history in Alberta, and much of it actually isn't very good. He's trying to hide from his own political baggage as he chases the premiership, and he's resorting to lies to do so. Being disingenuous is not new for Nenshi. He initially got elected as the mayor of Calgary on a platform of being business-friendly, and he was anything but. Nenshi's relentless tax increases on city businesses actually drove owners to an unprecedented protest outside of Calgary's City Hall, where they had to beg for tax relief. The city was driving them right out of business. Nenshi's frequent departures from the truth have landed him in legal hot water as well. I mean, when Nenshi implied that Calgary businessman and philanthropist Cal Wenzel was an organized crime figure, the resulting lawsuit left Calgarian taxpayers with a legal bill of nearly $300,000 until Nenshi could convince enough friends to pitch in and cover it for him. One of those friends got a good contract, actually. He apologized and retracted the statement, of course, but it was clear, he waited until he was sure he was going to lose that lawsuit, and he was obviously going to lose it. And she also shared a bunch of bizarre fabrications about Uber while he was riding in a Lyft car in Boston. He lied and claimed the city of Calgary had tested the security screening of Uber by getting sex offenders through the process. I'm not even sure where we're going to say they came from, what sex offenders are us or something, or maybe he just happens to know a few of them. I don't know. But it was utter BS, and when the video surfaced, it looked like Nenshi was about to get his arse sued again. Uber had been trying for years to get into the city of Calgary, but they've been getting strong resistance from Nenshi, who appear to be pretty beholden to the Calgary's taxi cartels. But then when Uber was about to sue the mayor, Uber was suddenly approved as a service in the city, and the talk of the lawsuit dropped. Funny how negotiations change when you're about to be sued into oblivion. Now, though, Nenshi's taken to lying about himself. Well, it is one of his favorite subjects, I guess. Nenshi's biggest personal legacy and vanity project during his time as mayor is the LRT expansion called the Green Line. The problem is the Green Line has turned into an utter debacle. The size of the project is shrunken to a small fraction of what the original scope was, but the price tag has risen from $4.5 billion to $6 billion. And meanwhile, they've pissed away $1.5 billion into it. Not an inch of track has been laid yet. At this rate, it's going to be another decade before the Green Line ever gets out of the city's downtown, and the cost will probably double or triple by then. It's an unmitigated disaster. Nenshi's trying to distance himself from this mess by making his own historical revisionism going on. In 2015, Jason Kenney was a member of parliament, and he announced $1.5 billion federal dollars for the Green Line. Nenshi at that time said the construction would begin in 2017 and be completed by 2024. Yeah, that's Nenshi's words. Now Nenshi's claiming, he didn't say anything like that, and that the funding was unexpected in 2015, and that's what led to the delays in the construction. He was actually blaming the feds for the delays in the construction because the feds gave him money. There's some sweet logic for you, isn't it? The province kicked in another $1.5 billion as well, by the way. Despite having all that money to play with, nothing got done under Nenshi's management. And while he's trying to blame other levels of government for the mess, it's simply BS. Jason Kenney didn't beat around the bush on Nenshi's claims. He said, this is a broader problem the head has. He just makes stuff up. I think people call it gaslighting. Nenshi will say whatever he thinks he needs to say and pretend to be whatever he thinks he needs to be if he thinks it'll bring him closer to power. He lies without hesitation and refuses to take responsibility for anything that happened or didn't happen during his decade as a Calgary's mayor. Nenshi is a known quantity to Calgarian voters. Unfortunately for him, he's known for massive tax hikes, a dysfunctional city council, millions spent on a failed vanity Olympic bid, a downtown with massive commercial vacancy that's overrun with addicts, and a Green Line project that may prove to be the biggest municipal boondoggle in Canadian history. Instead of trying to explain or wear his legacy, Nenshi's trying to lie his way out of it. He's counting on the short memory of voters to try and win his way into the premiership of Alberta. Let's make sure we don't let Albertans forget what Nenshi's tenure as mayor was like. It reflects how well he would govern if he were to become the premier.